Oh, buddy the dog. What are you doing, my pal? Just sitting there enjoying life? Well, what I'm about to do might go easy and it might not. And I'll tell you about that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. Got a call from some people. Well, not really a call. They stopped me on the road the other day when I was leaving for my bus route. Wondered if I could come work on their truck. They've got a truck they use a couple times a year to haul, I don't know, the little red flakes that come off the corn away or something. I don't know what exactly they're doing. But after much determining or listening to them describe, it's obviously a grain truck. And it's supposed to have a 366 engine in it. It's a Chevrolet. I don't know anything about Chevrolet, but we'll find out. But the condition that they describe makes it sound to me like the fuel pump's not working, because they can keep it running by pouring gas down the throat and it runs fine. So they called a while ago because I told them yesterday, I said, I can't do it till tomorrow afternoon, you know, at the end of the day. So I'm thinking that I need to grab a few things to take with me. They went supposedly and tried to get a fuel pump, because I told them, I said, I think it's probably the fuel pump. And they said, well, everything will be closed by the time you get here. And I said, well, then go get one and make sure we have it in case we need it, and you can always take it back. So I don't know if they did that or not, but that's what I'm going into this situation with believing is about to happen. So they're going to hopefully have done that. We're going to get there. We're going to take the fuel line off the carburetor. We're going to crank it over and make sure it's not throwing fuel up there. If it's not, then we're going to go down to the fuel pump and try to take it off of the fuel pump and see, you know, I want to check the line to the tank and make sure it's not like the pickup tubes rusted off. So we need to get fuel somewhere. And as soon as we find fuel, then we can figure out what our course of action is, because it may well be that the fuel pump's fine and the line has a hole in it somewhere or something. You know, if it's only used twice a year, it's possible that it rusted from sitting there. Things don't like to just sit in one place. That's life. So I'm going to grab a few more tools and maybe whatever hose I have left from working on stuff. I've also, I think, still have left over in the truck, I hope. Yes, I do. I still have one of these left from when we tried to revival that combine. So I'm going to take this, because if I can't do anything else, I might be able to rig that up for them and get them going. But I don't know. I had better take some wire tools along as well. So I'm going to drive down there and load that up, and then we're going to go see what we can do for these people. All right. Here's this rig. I don't remember. And all right.
I think it's over here.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Okay. Yeah, it's back there. It's about impossible to get to. I'm going to take this line loose off of the carburetor here and crank it over and make sure if it's not spraying any fuel up here, then that's...
We're not videoing, are we?
I am, yeah. I don't have to put you in. I can dub over something with it. I can.
That's gonna be extra.
That is it. That's what, to have your TV personality on there. I mean, people better like Chevrolet. That's classic right there, isn't it?
I see.
Is that what your dad buy that new? Did he?
Sure did. I hold a lot of grain with it. You didn't have to worry about people riding your ass with that, because if you got too close behind you, your eyes would burn.
Yeah, I might before this is over. I'm gonna get wore out of climbing probably.
drain.
Yeah. Okay, that one is 5/8. Yeah, it probably hasn't been off of here in a few years, I'd say. Yeah, I'm missing your dad today. They called about the insurance, wanting to update, update the thing, I'd sit here for hours talking about that sometimes. He'd just go ahead and crank it over and let's see.
Alright. I'll watch this bad boy.
Yeah. Don't run me down if you can help it. Or do a real good job so that I don't want to limp.
Now we need more power.
Battery dead. I got a jump box here. Side post. That's it.
We still got that charger here, don't we, Colton, or not?
Yeah. All right, go ahead and try it again.
Alright, fire in the hole!
Yep, fire in the hole. See what happens. Still nothing. Our cable must not be. There we go. Try it. Okay, that's good. Yep, we got nothing, so that's good. That means we're on the right track.
Oh, looks like our map.
Yeah, it's real nice, isn't it? They're reusable. They're double-sided. They got
Recycle too, don't you?
yeah.
Eco-friendly.
That's right. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Try to find a place where I'm not gonna get covered with it. That's gonna be the next thing.
Got a hot bait down or what?
No, it's just I'm not a fan of taking a bunch of gas to the face, but
I got it.
it's happened before. Okay. There's our fuel line coming in.
Do we need to plug it or something?
Well, yeah, we will, but I got a hose crimper thing. I do want to make sure that I want to get it to even, what I'm saying is make sure that this part's good from here to the tank. I got a little electric pump if we got to rig that up to get it. I don't know how full is that tank. Is it
Low.
It's low?
Yeah.
We'll probably need to put some in if you got some. I don't know if that's possible.
I mean, it's got like 4 inches in the tank. Is that enough?
Well, it probably it sucks from the top, I think, doesn't it? So it may be that it's
We can put gas in it.
yeah, I would, just to be sure. I mean, it should have. Yeah, it is. It's late. Yeah. I'm just wondering, maybe we ought to make sure that it's not the kind of thing where that tube broke off, and if you just put more gas in it, it's good to go. But one way or the
I
other.
don't think so, because I've always had to pour gas in
Had
the
to get it
carburetor to
started.
get it started, but now it don't do no more at all.
Okay. One nice thing about these old trucks is there's plenty of room to work. I mean, that's not like anything today where it's crammed full of all kinds of stuff.
Right.
That fuel line's rotten. Okay. Well, we better figure on replacing that. They did a good job, except for right here where they made that really difficult to get to.
You were just...
I know, I'm bragging on it too much and that let me down. Let me down. There we go. So what's the farthest you hauled with this back in the day? Yeah, did he ever make trips to Louisville with it, like livestock or anything, or?
Oh, I'm sure he did. Sure he did, now it's been a while.
You'd get run over now if you took one of these on the interstate.
Dad's favorite truck.
So what I'm doing here, if it's not obvious because of the terrible lighting, I'm putting a longer end of fuel hose on. And then eventually what I did was blow backwards through it, and I could tell that it was going into the tank. So I knew that that end of it was good. And so from there, we end up replacing the fuel pump. Oh boy. Now we're gonna struggle.
Talk to me, Ross. How's it coming?
Rusty fuel line, that's the next battle.
Fertilizer dust couldn't make it rusty.
Yeah, I can't imagine that had anything to do with it. I'm afraid we're gonna be replacing that.
Oh, come on.
Because I don't think it's gonna.
Small of a thing.
Yeah, I know, then it would work good.
You need some of that fancy let go stuff or something?
I think your line's already let go. That shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, it's just the time to go get it. Because it's a piece of brake line like. Well, we're going to be getting a piece of line. Yep, there it goes. It's bad news. That line broke off, but that's okay. I think it's a piece of shit. You probably wanted to replace it anyway. We're gonna pull this off of here because it looks like garbage. So we might as well just dive in and do it. They got a new one. Its truck's rusty. So I would feel better to just do this now. And then we know that that's not the trouble. And if we got to put a tube in the tank or something, we can tackle that too. But when they called or said something about it, I pretty well assumed that this is what we were going to be getting into. So I'm not adverse to this. I mean, if it's not been, doesn't look like it's been done in a lot of years, so it's definitely not a waste of money to go ahead and do it. We're about to see how tough it's going to be, because the next bolt is going to be hard to get to. It's back there behind. Looks like there's a bracket too that's made on there. I don't know if we're going to have to take some other stuff loose to get there. Almost looks like that. I don't know. Maybe I can go up, like above the frame. No? Okay, let's figure this out. Almost there. Let's try a short extension. See if we can get in there. Come on. Oh yeah. It's gonna be fun putting that bracket back on, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, I like it when you get all this stuff in your face trying to do this. There we go. That's kind of odd. Come on. Jeez. Come on. Ugh. I don't really understand this clamp. It doesn't really, it's not really doing much. Maybe it's got a guard on it of some kind. clean, actually. We'll give it a little shot of the magician's helper here. Okay, well, it appears this engine has a pushrod fuel pump drive, and I gotta get that out of there to be able to lift it up. So, good times. I'm gonna have to go home and get more tools, I bet. It's quickly becoming a bunch of sadness, I'm telling you. This,
That's not the news I'm looking for, Rod.
well,
What's wrong with
the way it's made, that fuel pump drives a push rod is in there. And when you take the fuel pump out, the push rod falls down. So now you got to take something out to push the push rod back up so you can get the new pump in the hole.
You need a magnet or something?
Well, there's a pipe plug you can take loose. And it's got an Allen headed thing in it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm hoping that it came loose. I was worried that wasn't going to come out of there as rusty as everything is, but all right, it's out of there. Oh yeah, I got it. Oh. All right. I was starting to worry there for a little bit. We're gonna get it now this time, I think. Let's get this. Come on. All right. Oh. Oh. That's nice that it's dripping engine oil all over me. Come on. Get in there. Get in there, baby. Jeez. Having a lot of struggles here. Can't tell if I got it started or not. I think I do. I think the gasket's where it needs to be. I need to go get my light here in a minute. Oh, come on. There we go. Let me get my light. We'll take a look up in there and see what we can see. Oh yeah, we're good. We're golden. I can see the arm in there. Not like it could go anywhere, but now let's clean that out a little bit. I don't like that. They left you so much room. I bet not. Very poor. Well, that's not good. How am I going to get that tight? Again. Oh no. What is the guy going to do? What am I going to do here? Son of Well, this is not going well. Well, I can try to loosen the pump, drop it down, tighten that up, and then get it back out again. Or tighten it, I don't know. Just try to take it loose again.
Alright. See you. Thank you. I'll let you know when I know.
This is a piece of design, I'll tell you that. I know you got room, but you don't now. I take that back. The way they designed this.
Get that little rod.
I got that rod in there, but now with the pump in, you can't get the thing tightened back up. That plug you had to take out to push the rod up. So now I got to try to see if I can loosen that pump just enough that I can get the plug tight without letting that rod drop down. It's the right pump, but I'm wondering if, I bet over the years, I bet somebody changed this plug. I bet it was supposed to be like a square-headed pipe plug, because then you could get on it with a wrench. That's what I'm betting is going on. Let's try this.
Looking good your way, Ross?
I think so. I think they could have probably had more rain in August and they would have done better, but they could have also done a lot worse too, so I don't know. I guess we'll never have a perfect year.
We'll never have to.
That's fine though. You wouldn't know what to do with all that money, you know. That'd be the... Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Come on. Tighten this. Then we gotta make a line to the carburetor. Alright. We're in a little bit better shape than we were when we started. We gotta make a line from here to the carburetor, and then we should be ready to try it. Okay, we got this in there a lot better than it is. Now we need to do the carburetor end. I bent up that line, but I think I'm going to have to shorten it on the other end because it's way too long, but we'll see. Maybe we can cheat and bend it some other way to make her go. Find a way here. Let's see. Uh-oh. I might have got myself into trouble. When it gets a bit thick like that line, that gets harder to bend. Them little brake lines, I got a pair of pliers to bend them, but these things you can't hardly bend. I think we'll get it in there though. I like not cutting it if possible. If I can use the factory flare.
Gotcha.
It's a little longer, but it's not going to know the difference. Gotta drive out to town every so often and get them cobwebs off of there.
This thing?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, right.
I should have probably, though, before we do that. I might take that loose again. We might.
If it pumps gas.
Yeah, we'll try to bottle feed it again and keep it running until it squirts gas out up here. Because it'd be good to know if we really accomplish something, you know, because there might still be trouble. I hope so. I hope you went to church Sunday and really got that extra blessing, you know.
Is that why you drive a Ford?
After seeing how that was made, that's why, man. That's a dumb design, but I don't know. Having a rod that'll fall out when you try to put pieces in, that ain't a very smart design. I wanted to get it bled out, but I thought it'd be easier to do it that way than sitting there cranking on it and then put a starter on it too.
It's fine. Put gas on the muffler, Ross?
Yeah, I thought
as much as we can.
You just met with the insurance guy. I thought you had thought you raised it so that this is fixed.
We bet the whole farm.
Yeah, you got on this truck.
He said, "You're insuring that truck you're working on?"
Yeah, for 3 times what it's worth.
The main thing, he asked if you were a certified mechanic.
Yeah, YouTube certified. I learned everything I know.
I told him you were broadcasting live, so it'd be on here.
It'd be nice to have a success for once, you know. It was running on its own, but it's leaking gas out up here pretty bad. Let's try to. Your carburetor's leaking fuel pretty bad. Yeah, but it ain't this bad, is it? I mean, it's running a. You'll have a fire there. I'm not sure how that's made either. If that's got an O-ring on this tube. It's coming out of this tube, like between this tube and the house. Yeah, it was squirting a steady stream. That old fuel pump, maybe it was never getting enough fuel to do that, but it is now.
Like a double
yeah,
pump
you got good gas now, but I don't know.
Take that loose. Is there something in there?
You got to take this whole end off of it. I'm pretty sure you got to take this whole, basically take the carburetor off and apart to make that happen, and then figure out what's in there. I'd say it probably needs a kit in it if a guy could figure out what it is.
Can we silicone it?
As much pressure as it's coming out of there with, I don't think you're going to. I mean, it's filled every valley in there with fuel pretty good. And I hate to. I mean, like I said, unless you got the insurance real high, I mean, then take it off and leave that door propped about like that, so you can tuck and roll whenever, when you see it coming about right here, that's when you bail out, you know. Yeah, I know you need to use it, but I don't think you can use it like that. I mean,
what does it need? A carburetor?
It needs a carburetor kit at least, or if it. Sometimes nowadays you can get cheaper carburetors, like knockoffs of that, just as cheap as the thing, and slap it on and go. I mean, it may just be an O-ring, but boy, you got to take her all down to get that tube out of there. I don't think a guy could do it on here, because I'm afraid that there's going to be more stuff that falls out, and then we're going to have a mess. I don't know if it's got a tag.
So what's your schedule tomorrow?
Well, they got a half day of school, so that kind of ruined. I can be there in the morning. I mean, I can help you in the morning a little bit.
That'd be perfect.
That gas, or the throttle, I got to pull it back with my hand. Is there anything you can squirt oil?
It's kind of like playing the organ. You got
a big piece to pull back. Yeah, you probably like right there is
Go
the
get
linkage where it comes through.
Get that can on.
Spray that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely in that bracket in the firewall because I can hear it squawking, singing that song about how it's never been greased.
When I push it down,
They're grease worms.
hold on.
Yeah, grease that in there. All right, friends, we're about out of battery, but I guess we should recap. They were laughing and said, I guess this means it's going to be a two-parter, and it sure is. Got the truck running again, and sounds great. We did it a lot of favors, but now the carburetor is just dumping gas everywhere under the hood. It's spraying out. There's some tubes and stuff, and I imagine it's got an O-ring in or something. I don't know. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to see if I can either find a kit to rebuild it, or if I can just find a complete new carburetor. They want whatever it takes to get going as soon as we can. So we'll do more research, and I'm sure there'll be some footage of taking that carburetor apart. I'm going to look tonight on the internet and see if maybe I can find some info on how that's made, or a parts film or something to tell me if it's just if it's a simple O-ring, you know, maybe I could get them patched together where it'll go. They could probably use it like it is around home as long as they made sure it doesn't start burning. But I really don't think they should take that chance because it's going to be covered with dust in the job that it's doing, and it's not worth it for their safety. So it is a two-parter. I will find out what I can get, and then we'll go back and we'll make it happen as soon as possible for them. So that is the plan. Unfortunate as it is, you don't always get everything fixed in one video. That's just how life works. After watching what you just saw, do you feel like your IQ has dropped lower than your credit score? Well, there's no reason that both of us should be miserable, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. That stuff costs you nothing, and it really helps me out. Your banker may not approve, but I know mine will. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.